So again, this is taken down from November 2024 civil engineering board examination. A 12-meter long beam is simply supported at both ends. It is carrying a uniform load W, including beam weight, distributed throughout the span. Along with two concentrated loads, P equals 30 kilonewton, located 3 meters from each end of the span. You're given the properties nung beam, may area, depth, so kompleto, no? Kompleto, pati SX, SY, so yun yung elastic section modules. Ang tanong, compute the maximum W based on shear if the allowable web shear is 88 megapascal. Okay, so pinapahanap yung pinakamalaking W na po pwede. And take note, basahin lang natin maigi, no? Take note yung W na to is already including the beam weight. So baka kasi isama pa natin to. No, baka kasi isama pa natin to. Okay? Pero syempre, pag hindi sinabi yun, nakasama yung beam weight, so isasama pa natin to dun sa computation. No? So anyway, ano ba itsura niyan? Ito yung beam. Tapos merong uniform load. Okay, so tawagin natin na W. Tapos, ang total length nito ay 12 meter. Tapos naglagay dito ng load 30. Okay, tapos yung distance na to, 3 meters. Pati ito. Okay, so lumalabas 6 ito. Alright? Now, unang-una, pag nakakita tayo ng ganitong problem sa exam, pansinin nyo na kagad na symmetrical yung structure. No? Symmetrical yung loading at saka yung mismong geometry ng structure. So dahil doon, we can simplify the analysis by taking advantage that it is symmetrical. Unang-una, we can directly calculate for the reaction here. And yung reaction dito at saka dito will be equal. Okay? It will be equal. And what is the value of that reaction? So, pwede na lang natin hatiin yung buong load na naka-apply doon sa beam. So, una yung 30. Dalawang 30 yan. So, times 2. Plus, W times, ano yan, di ba? W times 12. Okay? Yung total na force ng W. So, it turns out that the reaction uh, in terms of P and W would be 30 plus 6W. Tama ba? Kasi 1/2, no? 1/2 ng 12. Okay? So, yan yung reactions natin. Um, Now, dahil gusto nating malaman yung maximum W based on shear, pag din-drawing kasi natin yung shear diagram nito, pag din-drawing natin yung shear diagram niyan, okay? Aangat ito nung R. Kung ano man yung R na yan, no? Tapos may area dito, babawas. Babawas yan. Tapos magbabawas ka na naman ng 30. So possible na bumaba yan dito. Okay? Tapos may babawas na naman dito na area. So ganyan. Tapos mababawas na naman yung 30. So ganyan. Tapos yung area dito, babawas na naman. Ang sure tayo dyan, pagdating dito, R pa rin to. Kasi kailangan i-close yung i-close yung shear diagram niyan. So ganito yung itsura ng shear diagram natin. Again, this is because of symmetry, guys. So you might be asking, Sir, how sure are you na hindi ito lalagpas dito pag minusan mo ng 30? Okay? Sigurado ako doon dahil unang-una, yung 30 na to, maka-cancel lang. 'Di ba? 'Di ba ang value nitong R na to is 30 plus 6W. So ito ay 30 plus 6W. Pag binawasan natin yan ng W times 3, kasi 3 to no? W times 3, ano lang yan? 30 plus 3W yung matitira. Tapos pag minus ka ng 30, so may maiiwan pa rin dito na 3W, na positive. Kaya nandyan pa rin yan sa ibabaw. Okay? Tapos pag-minus. So, ganyan. Kaya naging ganyan yung itsura niyan. Isa pa, hindi rin po pwede nalalagpas kagad yan dito kasi hindi na yan magiging balanse. Pagdating dito, hindi na yan R. Hindi mo na maka-close out. Di ba? So, kaya kung yung mga ganong intuition, medyo kailangan natin ma-achieve at this stage. para dumali yung analysis natin. Another point I want to make is that sigurado tayo na nasa kalahati ito. Okay, nasa kalahati. So, 3 plus kalahati ng 6. So, 6. No? Nasa kalahati yung point of zero shear. So, mamaya na ulit natin pag-usapan yung point of zero shear. Pero sa ngayon kasi, halata na kagad natin na yung maximum shear dito is equal to R, which is equal to 30 plus 6W. Wala nang ibang mas malaki pa dito, no? Or dito. So dahil doon, ito na i-assume natin, or ito na yung i-conclude natin rather na maximum shear na mararanasan ng buong beam. So ngayon, dahil binigyan tayo ng allowable web shear, so recall lang natin, no? Okay, na yung maximum or yung web shear stress ng wide flange is calculated as um, okay, is calculated as yung ultimate or yung shear force maximum divided by, so pinasimplify na ito, di ba? Depth times thickness of the web. Okay? Instead na mag-compute ka pa ng statical moment of area, it's already accepted basta ang context ay steel design or steel ay yung ano na to, area na to will just be the area of the web, no? Area lang nitong, kung ito yung ano mo, wide flange mo, ang kino-consider lang natin pag web shear, ito lang. Ito lang. Okay, and dun nga sa new NSAP, ang tawag natin dyan, AW, which is D times thickness of the web. Okay? So from there, we can equate. So dapat ito hindi lumagpas doon sa allowable. Okay, so yung V natin ay 30 plus 6W over D. So assuming na naka-kilonewton yan, so mag-multiply pa dati tayo ng 1,000 para maging newtons. Tapos ito ay 88 megapascal. And then ang D natin ay 540. Yung thickness ng web natin is 12.5. Ayan, so we can solve for W. So W should not exceed. Bali, 88, cross multiply 540, 12.5, tapos divide 1,000, tapos minus 30 over 6. So we get 94. Okay? So yung W natin should not exceed 94 kilonewtons to ensure that the web is safe. No? So letter A. Next, compute the maximum W based on moment. So, allowable bending stress is 135 megapascal. So, dito naman, kailangan nating mahanap yung maximum moment, no? So, kaya ko na banggit kanina yung point of zero shear. Kasi, di ba, ang point of zero shear, doon natin matatagpuan yung possible maximum moments. So, in this case, I think ito lang yon kasi simply supported lang yan eh. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan lang natin kunin yung moment dito sa point of zero shear. Okay? So, meron kayong dalawang option dito, guys. Pwede nyo i-continue yung pag-drawing ng shear diagram. Bali ko kumpitin mo yung area nito at area nito to calculate the moment here. Pwede yun, no? Pero if you find that hassle na mag-compute pa ng area ng trapezoid at triangle, pwede naman mag-method of section. Pwede ka rin naman mag-cut dito. Total, alam na natin kung nasaan yung location ng maximum moment, which is at the point of zero shear, no, dito. So, pwede ka mag-cut dyan. So, unahin ko muna ipakita yung method of section, number 2. Okay, so cut tayo sa gitna. Alam natin na ito ay reaction mo, 30 plus 6W. This is 6 meter kasi nasa gitna. Uniform load natin na unknown. Tapos, meron din dito 30 na ang distance ay 3 meters. Okay, so yung shear dito, sure tayo 0. So, hinahanap lang natin yung maximum moment. Okay, so para mahanap yon, we will just take summation of moment at that point of zero shear is equal to 0. Okay, so we have negative M max kasi clockwise ang assumption ko. We will have plus 30 times 3 kasi clockwise. Tapos itong W, W times 6 times 3, no? Kasi yung area nito, W times 6. Moment arm mo is kalahati ng 6. Kaya ito 3. Tapos ito naman, clockwise, no? So minus 60, sorry, 30 plus 6W and then times 6. Okay? And that is all equal to 0. Wala nang iba. So we can now calculate the maximum moment in terms of W. So pwedeng ganyan. So pagsamahin ko lang muna lahat ng may W. So dito meron akong 6 times 3. Dito meron akong negative 6 times 6. Sorry. 6 times 3. Ito yon. Tapos minus, ito naman 6 times 6. So I get negative 18. Tapos yung lahat naman ng, hold on. Lagay ko muna ito dito ha. Okay, tapos lahat naman ng constant. Diba ito, 30 times 3 minus 30 times 6. 30 times 3 minus 30 times 6. Okay, so that's gonna give me negative 90. Okay? Ganyan, no? So let me just double check ha. Ito ay inassume ko na counter. Okay, tama, tama. So, ito ay inassume ko kasi na counter. I mean na clockwise. So, lalabas dito, yung maximum moment natin will become negative of 90 plus 18W. So, yung negative sign na to indicates that I have the wrong assumption. Okay, so dapat, ano to, mali ito. Dapat pa ganun. Which is tama lang kasi positive bending to eh. So, pag positive bending kasi, ang effect niya sa beam, pag pa-smile, di ba? Okay? Pagka naman ganito, ang effect niya dapat pasad or negative. Okay? So dito, wrong direction lang yan. Kaya dapat yung maximum moment ko is absolutely 90 plus 18W. Okay? With that said, we can also counter-check that with the area method. Okay? So yung area ng shear. Guys, tingnan natin yung area ng shear. Mahirap lang pala dito, ano, no? Wala tayo nung values. Pero lagyan na lang natin. Ito ay 30 plus 6W. Tapos dito nabawasan ng 3W kaya 30 plus 3W na lang. Tapos pagdating mo dito nabawasan ng 30 so 3W na lang. Okay? Tapos ayan na. So bali ito 3 meters. Ito 3 meters. So pag inompute natin yung area niyan, we will have, unahin ko na yung trapezoid. Bali area nitong trapezoid, that is ito plus ito over 2 times 3. So 30 plus 6W, 30 plus 3W. Over 2 times 3. Plus yung area naman ng triangle. Ito. Which is 1/2 base. Ito yung base natin, yung 3. Yung height natin, 3W. Okay? Ayan. Ganyan. So pag kinompute natin guys um, yung constant term, we will have 30 plus 30. So 30 plus 30 tapos times 3 over 2. And so 90. Tapos, compute natin lahat ng merong W. So, dito meron tayong 6 plus 3 over 2. Tapos, meron pa tayo dito na 1/2 ng 3 times 3. Okay? So, you will get 9. Hold on. May kulang pala. Dito pala, 6 plus 3 over 2. Meron pa palang times 3 dito. Ayan. So, 18, no? Plus 18. Which is same lang dito. Okay? So, anyway, once we calculated the maximum moment, we can now apply yung given na bending stress. So, di ba ang bending stress lang naman, bending stress is pwedeng MC over I, or in this case kasi ang binigay sa atin sa problem ay elastic section modulus. So gagamitin na lang natin yon. So di ba ang ibang version nito is M over S. And dapat hindi ito lumagpas doon si allowable na ang allowable natin 135. Okay, so plug in natin lahat ng values. Yung M natin is 90 plus 18W. Ngayon, take note, although unknown yung W dyan, yung mga forces kasi natin dyan, naka-kilonewton eh. Tapos yung mga mga distances natin, naka-meter. Kaya we can assume that this value has a unit of kilonewton meter. And because of that, let's convert that into Newton millimeter by multiplying 1 million. Tapos over S. Yung S naman natin, so of course, we will use SX kasi we are assuming that this is bending about the major axis. So 3.72 times 10 to the 6. Okay, that should not exceed 135. And from here, we could solve for W. Okay, solve natin. So cancel na to. So we have 135 times 3.72. Transpose natin yung 90. That's over 18. So that gives us 22.9. So W should not exceed 22.9 kilonewton per meter. Okay? Okay, next question. What should be the camber in millimeter at the midspan due to P only? So sa last question, pinapahanap lang yung deflection. So pag sinabing camber, no, it is related to deflection. So pinapahanap yung deflection kaso at the midspan due to P only. So yung P lang yung iintindihin natin. So bali tatanggalin muna natin tong W. So ano daw yung deflection niya because of this 30 kilonewton. So dito, if you know a formula that has a simply supported beam tapos meron dalawang load equidistant from the left and the right, edi you use that. Now kaya lang kung hindi, then you will need to apply mga classical methods. So dito I like to use ano na lang, well you can use double integration but I like to use conjugate beam kasi para ka lang shear and moment diagram. So for number 3, let me just apply shear and conjugate beam method. May madali lang naman i-drawing yung shear and moment nito. So di ba ang reaction niyan 30 rin. Okay, kasi symmetrical. Tapos, ang shear diagram, aangat, constant, bababa. Zero yan. Tapos, bababa, aangat. Ayan. So, ito yung shear diagram natin. Para sa moment diagram niya, napakasimple. So, may value dito. Diba? So, this is 3 times 3. So, 90. Ganyan. Okay, tapos wala namang value dito na moment. So, constant lang. Tapos, pag minus mo to 90, 0 yan. So, ito yung moment diagram natin. Okay? And from that moment diagram, di ba yung sa conjugate beam, kung ano yung moment diagram ng real beam, yun din yung yun din yung load diagram ng conjugate beam. So gagawin lang natin ito simply support. Actually, magbabaliktad dapat yan. So let's be more specific. Yung pin magiging roller. Tapos yung roller magiging twin. So, ito na yung conjugate beam. Na lang. Yan, ganyan. So, yun yung magiging load. Kung ano yung moment diagram, yun yung magiging load. Okay? Ang value ng load, 90 kilonewton meter. Okay. So, of course, ang una natin gagawin, kukunin yung reaction. Yung reaction yan, pababa. Tapos symmetrical. So, ano, we can just apply symmetry ulit, no? So, yung R natin dyan will be kalahati ng buong area ng trapezoid, no? So, area ng trapezoid sa ibabaw or pwede natin gawin ay ito kasi 12, ito 6. So, 12 plus 6 over 2 times itong height na to which is 90. Ayan. So, the reaction would be kay 405. Okay? Um, this is already in kilonewton meters squared. No? Kasi pag titignan mo yung units, kilonewton meter ito naman meter. Minultiply mo, so kilonewton meter squared na. And then, ang alam natin dapat is kung ano yung maximum moment sa conjugate beam, yun naman yung deflection sa real beam. No? Or, let me rephrase that. Kung ano ang moment sa conjugate beam, yun naman ang deflection sa real beam. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano ang maximum moment sa conjugate beam, yun din yung maximum deflection sa real beam. Okay? Although dito, hindi naman in-specify what is the maximum moment, pero alam kasi natin na kapag ganyan, ang maximum moment tsaka maximum deflection yan, ay nasa midspan, no? So, ibig sabihin, hanapin lang natin yung moment dito sa midspan, yun na rin yung deflection sa midspan. Again, ang gagawin ko na lang dito ulit ay para hindi na ako mag-drawing ng panibagong shear and moment diagram, ay magme-method of section na lang ako. Total, moment lang naman yung kailangan ko, no? So, gawin natin yun. Okay, so ito ay 90, ito ay 3 meters. Ito naman ay, kung 6 kasi yan, 3 meters din to. So, nandito yung point of zero shear, andito naman yung maximum moment. Okay, again, yung maximum moment sa conjugate beam, yan yung deflection sa real beam. Okay, kaya compute natin. So, summation of moment sa midspan, we have, unahin ko na to. Unahin ko na yung mahirap. Triangle. 1/2 base times height. Moment arm. 3 plus, galing dito, 1/3 ng 3. Okay, ang rotation na ibibigay niyan ay clockwise. So, negative ko muna. Assume ko na counterclockwise is positive. Tapos, ito naman. Yan. So, yan, rectangle lang. So, magiging, ano lang yan. So, rectangle. So, 3 times 90. Moment arm is 3/2. Kasi kalahati ng 3. Tapos, ang rotation yan is also clockwise. So, and then we have the reaction, 405. Ang moment arm ay 6, no? Tapos, counterclockwise. And then, I also have the maximum moment na counterclockwise is equal to 0. So, from there, we should be able to calculate the maximum moment ng conjugate beam. So, kumpitin lang natin yung numerical values. So, pag transpose mo lahat yan, magbabaliktad yung sign. So, ito ay 4 plus 3 times 90 times, ito ay 1.5 minus 405 times 6. So, that gives me negative 1485 kilonewton meter cube. Bakit naging ganon? Kasi di ba currently itong 405 kilonewton meter squared. Nag-multiply ka pa ng another meter, so kilonewton meter cube na lahat yan. Okay? So yan yung maximum moment sa conjugate beam. So ibig sabihin, yung maximum deflection sa real beam ay equal lang dyan. Okay? Divide mo lang ng EI. Okay? Divide mo lang ng EI. Kasi yan, kumbaga, para maging deflection yan, tatanggalin natin yung kilonewton meter squared. No? Ayan, so let's compute. Negative 1485. Para maging Newton millimeter, magmumultiply tayo ng 1,000. So ito, isang 1,000, ano? Ito, tatlong 1,000. So bali, ilan lahat? Apat na 1,000. So times to the fourth. Over E. Yung E naman natin dito still, so 200 gigapascals. So gawin nating mega. Tapos yung I. Note, yung I natin, okay, ang binigay kasi dito guys, section modulus. Ayan. So, ang section modulus, di ba, ang relationship nun sa I is I over C. Okay? I over C. So, in this case, yung C natin, dahil yan ay wide flange, ito ang neutral axis niyan. So, ang C mo, ito. No? Kalahati ng D. Alright? So, therefore, yung I natin is S times D over T. Okay? So, ano yung S? 3.72 times 10 to the 6. Yung D, 540. Ayan. So therefore, yung deflection natin sa real beam, sa midspan, would become, so the negative sign here just indicates that it is, the deflection is downwards. Pero anyway, we'll see. Okay, so that gives us negative 7.39. Okay, so again, no, ito ay point, ibig sabihin lang nito, downward, yung deflection. Okay, but that's our answer. Okay, so therefore, the answer is letters. And that's how we solve this problem.